Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting from South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to share with you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Turned out to be a very beautiful, clear day today. The temperatures warmed up fairly nicely. Actually got into the 40s today. How about that? As the low temperature this morning was 18 degrees. Did get down to 18 degrees. The coldest wind chill was 13 degrees, and that was as of 6 a.m. this morning. Today's high temperature got up to 45 degrees. Of course, no rainfall fell here since midnight, and none's expected until tomorrow night after midnight, by the way. Alright. The lowest humidity today was 31%, and that occurred at about 3 p.m. Highest humidity would be 74%, and that occurred at 5 and 7 a.m. this morning. Lowest dew point temperature was 10 degrees, and that occurred at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. And the highest would be 15 degrees, and that occurred at 8 and 4 p.m. Okay, and the lowest barometric pressure would be 30.37 inches, and that occurred at 6 p.m., while the highest would be 30.54 inches, and that occurred at 10 and 11 a.m. this morning. Today's highest wind gust was 13 miles per hour out of the west at 1:43 p.m. this afternoon when that happened. Today's records for March the 6th, hottest high would be 80 degrees, and that occurred in 1994. Coldest high would be 34 degrees in 1989. The warmest low would be 65 degrees, and that occurred in 1956, while the coldest low would be 5 degrees, and that occurred in the year 2015. Today's rainfall record would be 2.30 inches, and that occurred in 1967, while the snowfall record for today would be a trace, and that fell in 1982 and in 1989. Okay, that's the basic climate summary for the evening. Let me show you a few radar graphs and forecast graphs, and we'll be on our way. Looking at the radar at the moment, there's nothing on it. The skies are reasonably clear out there still this evening, and probably will be till about lunchtime tomorrow. There's nothing on the radar, as you can see, coming in our direction anytime soon. It's well to our east, if anything at all. So we're in a clear position tonight. That's good news in that regard. Alright, satellite picture looks very similar. There are a few clouds to our north up in Kentucky. They're going by to our north, though, passing by us. There's a few high, thin clouds trying to move through, but they won't cause too much damage or create any rain. That won't come until late tomorrow night. Alrighty, let's look at Little Rock real quick. And it should show about the same thing. Okay. Yeah, that shows pretty much the same thing. Clouds coming in, thin light clouds coming in from the northwest out of Missouri, sort of bypassing us. Most of them's going to end up over in Middle Tennessee, and slow them down a little bit as far as cooling temperatures tonight goes. Alright, by the way, the current temperature as of 11:13 p.m. is down to 26 degrees here in the Bemis area at the moment. And remember, after a low of 18 degrees this morning and the coldest wind chill again was 13 degrees as of 6 a.m. Alright, let's look at the current surface map, courtesy of the Weather Channel, and it shows it looks like a high pressure just about right over West Tennessee tonight. How about that? That's why the skies are so nice. Has been and will be for at least a half or more day. Well, most of tonight and most of tomorrow, at least half the day. High pressure right over Tennessee. Looks like an area of snow is up there in Nebraska, but it's probably, I'm sure, moving east. I'll find out here in a minute. We'll look at the forecast maps here in a second. Most of the country is in pretty good shape this evening. There's where all the low pressures are out west, and you see where it's raining and where it's snowing and where it isn't. Just that's the current surface map. Alright, let's look at the tomorrow morning's forecast map, courtesy of the Weather Channel. Tomorrow morning, let me get it to come up. Here it comes. Thursday morning's forecast map has has a low pressure in the plain states. The snow advances on over into actually northern Missouri and central Illinois, but stays north of West Tennessee. Well, you can see it there. High pressure over East Tennessee and South Carolina by then. And there you see the areas of where lows are and where the snows are projected out west tomorrow morning, and where it isn't. Again, this is Thursday morning's forecast map. Let's look at the midday forecast map now. Tomorrow afternoon, the cold front's getting close to us, but not quite ready to move into our area by midday tomorrow around lunchtime. It's going to be along the Tennessee-Kentucky border, trying to move through. There's a few little sprinkles to our west in Arkansas and some down in Texas. And you see where the remaining precipitation is out west. Not much going on in the eastern portions of the country. That's again midday tomorrow's forecast map. Alright. Let's look at tomorrow evening's, Thursday evening's forecast map. By then, it's getting close to having a chance for rain here in West Tennessee. It'll probably be after midnight, though, before it makes it all the way to Jackson. But makes it just about all the way up to the Mississippi River over in Arkansas by tomorrow evening. There's an area of snow to our north. It probably will stay to our north. Looks like it's moving on over into parts of Indiana and extreme northeast Missouri. There you see the other areas of precipitation. Actually kind of dries out some out west by tomorrow night. It's not too bad looking out west. No widespread area of precipitation anyways. And that's by, again, tomorrow night. Alright, now let's look at tonight's detailed forecast for right here in Jackson and most of West Tennessee. Looking at mostly fair skies for the remainder of tonight. There's a few clouds going by. Will be before long anyways. But it remained basically fair, like I said, to about noon tomorrow. And then it will become mostly cloudy with a 90% chance of a few showers in the area by around 9 p.m. tomorrow night is estimated time right now. The low tomorrow morning will be another cool one. Cold one would be a better word. 23 degrees for a low. It's 26 degrees right now as of 11:18 p.m. Tomorrow's high should get on up to about 48 degrees, so we'll be getting a little bit warmer tomorrow. We'll have south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and the sun will be coming up tomorrow at 6:17 a.m. I'll get it in a second. And be setting tomorrow evening at 5:55 p.m. a little bit before 6 o'clock there. The moon will be rising. The new moon phase is complete tonight, by the way, but the moon's already set. It's set at 6:02 p.m. It'll be rising tomorrow morning at 7:05 a.m. and be setting at 6:58 p.m. tomorrow night. On into Friday, mostly cloudy conditions will come back, of course, especially since we're going into it by tomorrow afternoon. We have a 60% chance of a few showers on Friday. That increases to an 80% chance by Friday night, and even thunderstorms are possible by Friday night. Low of 41, high of 54, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. By Saturday, it looks like it's going to be mostly cloudy, with a good 80% chance of a few showers and thunderstorms till Saturday night, then becoming fair. Low of 50, high of 65, with south winds at 15 to 30 miles per hour. It will be a little windy on Saturday as well. And then there's even some hints that the thunderstorms may be a little locally heavy at times on Saturday, especially Saturday afternoon and evening. We'll have to wait and see just how intense they are between now and then. And then by Sunday, of course, mostly fair skies return till noon. Then it's going to become mostly cloudy with a low of 43 and a high of 60 with northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Daylight savings time does begin at 2 a.m. Sunday morning, so be sure to set your timepieces or clocks ahead 1 hour before you go to bed Saturday night to be sure that you'll be on time Monday morning to whatever your activities may be. Alright, I believe that's it for now. I hope each and every one of you have a very pleasant night and a good day tomorrow. Again, fair skies roughly to about noon tomorrow. They're mostly cloudy with a good chance for some showers by around 9 p.m. tomorrow night on into Friday. And then thunderstorms are possible by Friday night. All of it should end by Saturday night and become fair again on into Sunday morning at least, and then back to mostly cloudy by Sunday afternoon. Alrighty, I think that should cover it pretty good for tonight. I thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and leaving a few nice comments like you do, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow night. And until then, good night and may God bless you.